the poem together, and follow up will be Su Laoshi's calligraphy session. Since the Chinese New Year is coming up, we have prepared, Su Laoshi have prepared a character that we can all write and celebrate the Lunar New Year together. 好的，那林老师 I'm turning the screen to you.
好的，谢谢廖老师。So 欢迎大家来参加我们今天的午间中文 Lunch and Learn。So 我们来一起读一下问刘十九。So 你们可以看到吗？
可以。
可以。
So it's the title for this poem is 问刘十九。刘十九 is the person's name and 问 is ask. So you can just take a quick look at the whole poetry. So after that, we will read it one sentence after another, and then we read it whole. 好，准备好了吗？
准备好了。
谢谢小安。好，我们来一起问刘十九。
问
刘十九。
Yeah, thank you. You can just turn on your mic and read after me. 好，绿蚁新醅酒。
绿蚁新醅酒。
红泥小火炉。
红泥小火炉。
晚来天欲雪。
晚来天欲雪。
能饮一杯无。
能饮一杯无。
很好，很好。OK， 现在我们来一起读一首诗，整首诗一起读。And after that, we will try something harder without 拼音。OK， Ready？ 好，问刘十九。
问刘十九。
绿蚁新醅酒。
绿蚁
新醅酒。
红泥小火炉。
红泥小火炉。
晚来天欲雪。
晚来天欲雪。
能饮一杯无。
能饮一杯无。
OK， 很好。So, are you ready for that? Yeah, you can try. Yeah, try your best and just read after me. So let's start. 问刘十九。
问刘十九。
白居易。
白居易。
绿蚁新醅酒。
绿蚁新醅酒。
红泥小火炉。
红泥小
火炉。
晚来天欲雪。
晚来
天欲雪。
能饮一杯无。
能饮一杯无。
不错，很好呀，非常好。OK， 谢谢。So that's all for the reciting part. So the recording of this session is available on the YouTube. So under China Institute account. So you can, I will send you, I have sent you the link in the following up email. So you can watch that and review by yourself. So at the end of this session, today's session, we will find another poetry for you to review and to learn. So I will send you the link later. So hope you join today's Lunch and Learn. So 苏老师在吗？
在。
Okay, I'm turning the camera, the screen to you.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, and hello to
Hello.
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 So I'm gonna share my screen to start today's session. 林老师, please like set me as co-host so I can screen sharing.
好了，
All right, thank you. All right. Is everyone can see my screen?
Yes.
可以
Great.
可以。
可
All
以。
right. So a little bit introduce about myself. My name's Su and call me Eva. I'm a calligrapher based in New York. And today is the second session of the Launch and Learn in the theme of Chinese calligraphy. And last time we've talked about a few basics like writing tools, finger positions, like body postures. You can find that in the YouTube link last time. Today we're gonna explore more about the scripts, and you may see a lot of different styles in the museum and a gallery, for etc. And they look all different. They have different appearances, right? And how to distinguish them from one by one, and how to find aesthetics inside of it. Today you're gonna find some answer. Okay, so let's start by the first introduce to you about the 5 scripts. As you can see from the screen, the 5 scripts are seal script, clerical, running, regular, and cursive. I've selected the 5 most typical representative for each script. The first one is the Yishan Bei to represent seal script, which is 篆书. 篆literally means carving or seal. So we will dig more in the seal script today. So wait for later. The second would be the clerical script, which is called 隶书. And you can see the signature shape is like a goose tail, which we will demonstrate more maybe next session. And this is Yiying Bei in Han Dynasty, which Han Dynasty is around 200 BC until 200 AD, that kind of period. And next one would be 行书, the running script. The most famous calligrapher in China is Wang Xizhi, and he made great contributions in the development of this style. And I chose his most famous piece, the 兰亭序, the preface of Orchid Pavilion. And he is in the period of Eastern Jin dynasty, which is 3rd century AD. And that is the most popular kind of script in that period. And after that, there's in Tang Dynasty, which is like 600 AD until 900 AD or so. And that in that period, the most famous script is the regular script, which is 楷书, and very familiar with what we use nowadays, the style. And I chose Yan Zhenqing's famous piece of 多宝塔碑. It's a rubbing of 多宝塔 temple, and written in 752 AD. And you can see the each character, they have very strict shape, and they look very different from previous looking. And the last one would be the cursive script. And the cursive is the most advanced and hard, difficult level for a calligrapher to write, because as you can see, inside of each character, all the strokes like mixed together or connected with each other. So this kind of script needs special training we need to learn each sign, because the character transformed into an abbreviated form, which looks very differently from the regular or the running. So calligrapher will need to memorize the sign of it and then to create the artwork. And this kind of style is the most artistic and self-expressive style. All these 5 scripts, they have different principles. They have different rules to write. And please be noted that this timeline here does not mean the time I selected this as the development reached its peak shows in the sequence in the order, which means in Tang Dynasty, for example, the regular script reached its peak. However, it's first invented or first being used by people right after Han Dynasty. So like here, it's already being written by people, but reached its peak here in Tang. So it's like this order. I put the order like this. And another thing I would like to mention is that as the time goes by, it's like add-on situation. For example, in Qing Dynasty, which is after Tang, Qing Dynasty is like 16th century until 18th, 19th century. At that time, people can write all these 5 kind of scripts for different specialization, because some calligrapher may specialize in CO scripts, someone may specialize in running, like that. It's like add-on, not one script in one dynasty. So that's what I want to mention. And I've written the 5 version of them, the refined version I wrote on the screen for each category: 篆书, 隶书, 行书, 楷书, and 草书. And you can see the characteristics clearly and the difference from each other. As I mentioned before, each script has its own principles or rules. For example, you can see from CO, the shape is more like a standing vertical rectangular, but in clerical, it's more like a flat one, and with a signature goose tail. We say goose tail, 燕尾, the tail shape is like goose tail. And 行书, you can see the strokes like connected with each other. There's thin lines here, shows the connections with each other. That's running. Then the regular is just very strict order, strict with the shape, each one strokes to represent its best shape in the regular. The cursive, like I said, it's an abbreviated version, so it has less strokes, but it requires higher capability of writing such cursive script. So that's like a typical how it looks like in each one. And about the writing, if you want to write in a calligraphy scope, you will need to learn in different kind of style. They have different rules. For example, this is a random line that you can see from screen, has no techniques. You just swipe it. So this does not count into a calligraphy stroke. In a calligraphy stroke, I selected the most typical one, the regular clerical CO, which is 楷书, 隶书, and 篆书. The basic stroke, as you can see from screen, they have typical shape, which you will need to follow to write out this kind of style. So this is for different scripts you will need to pay attention to. Okay, so very brief introduction for the 5 scripts. Today we're gonna have more to dig more in the CO script. First, I want to show you there are 4 different kinds of CO script here. Also not including all, but they are very typical. The first one is the oracle bone script, which is believed as the earliest characters in Chinese being discovered. And here you can see the very thin lines here. They've been cut out or carved by the sharp stone, like long time ago in the late 2nd millennium BC, which does not have, people does not use brush pen yet. So that and that time, each character is like a pictograph. It's like a picture, not as refined as what we see in Yishanbei, which I picked in previous slide. And the second would be the bronze wall script, which people use cutting knives on to carve on a bronze wall. You can see a lot of examples in the Metropolitan Museum. They have such kinds of container in bronze. And usually these kind of containers are used in religious occasions. So they're being carved very specifically, and they have such characters or passage or article specifically for the religious occasion. So this kind of script looks very rough and raw. It's too small here, but you can get an idea here. It's called stone drum script, called 石鼓文. Typically, it literally means the characters carved on a drum-like stone. There are 10 of them. The 10 of the drums, I believe they are in Palace Museum right now. And the character is also carved on the stone. Then people do rubbing down, as you can see the black background and with the white characters. All these three are rubbings. So this is 石鼓文. The last one is 义山碑, which I show you in the 2 slides before. You can see the shape is more unified, and the lines very in the same thickness and very restrained in writing this kind of style. So these they all look different, right? They are all seal script. But what's the similarity and what's the differences between these 4, or these inside of the seal script? What are the differences or the similarities? Let's see. So we divided all the seal script into 2 parts, which is called large seal script and small seal script. But please be attention that the large and small does not refer to the size. It's about the nature. It's about like how raw it is. For example, the 大篆, there are 2 lines here. The left line here is a large seal. It looks more pictograph. It's rough and primitive, like in the slide before, like this. 甲骨文, oracle bone script, bronze well script, stone drum is still large steel script. However, until Qing dynasty, Qing is the first dynasty in Chinese history, which is united by Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of Qing. And Li Si is the prime minister of Qing dynasty. He invented the small seal script to unify all the different scripts of different states and nations. So it looks like this. It become more uniformed, no matter in size, shape, and stroke. And it follows objective pattern, and we need to follow the principles. Like the shape is more standing, like I said, it's more standing, and the thickness need to stay the same. And also he invented more of the characters. I believe the large seal script, which is like 200 characters, so that's not enough for governing the whole nation. So he invented more, so the characters has in extended numbers. That's the difference between the large seal and small seal. You can take a guess of these characters.
日、月、山、
山
水、
喂，
木。
Yes, very great. 小安, very nice try out. These are 日、月、山、水、木. And you can tell that you can take an imagination that it has corresponding shape of the object itself. But you can have a try to think about some verbs or think about some adjectives like beautiful, like pick, like writing. How would you like create the shape of the character? It would be so hard, right? So in that kind of scenarios, that kind of characters will be hard to recognize because it's very subjective. The person who invented the character, we would need to guess what's it look like. Okay. All right. So the more about seal script, we will explore the principles, like I said before, and that's the initial thinking when we said about the lunch and learn session in calligraphy. I want to introduce more about in each script what you will need to follow or what you will need to see in the museum. What's the point? What's the aesthetic you are looking for? You see, the strokes, they are in, no matter in the starting or the ending part, they are all round shape. That's its characteristic. And they are using the same thickness, right? And it goes very smooth on the edge. There's some damage on this picture because the rubbings, they come from the stone, but if the stone got damaged, the rubbing will show the light color like this, the light spot here. These are all damage from the stone. So, but without it, all the strokes look really smooth and has the same thickness, which requires highly control of the brush pen to write out the character, which we are gonna try out later. Okay. The second part is about the structure. It's a vertical rectangular compared with the clerical and regular, it's different shape. And it's being well balanced. All the strokes placed like around the center line. Not only about this character is a shu, like if it's a phrase, it's 书本, which means book. If it's phrased in 书法, it means calligraphy. So we use 书 to represent book or calligraphy. This is the writing of 书 in seal script. There's a center line here. So in some way, some part are like a symmetrical, right? And see these 3 lines here and 3 lines here, they are paralleled, right? And they share the same space here, so like equal distance. But that's the principle of seal script. You can find all the characteristics I listed here in other characters in seal script. Today we're gonna write something in seal. We will see later. All right. About today's practice, I think Liao Laoshi already mentioned that there's the most important festival coming in this month, February, the Chinese New Year. So today's practice will be related to this festival. The Chinese, a little bit about Chinese New Year celebration. So the New Year's Eve is February the 9th, and New Year's Day is February 10th. About last week, before the New Year's Eve, we will clean the house, we'll do the shopping to buy decorations, and in the evening of the New Year's Eve, family will get reunion, have a feast together, and children will get red envelopes from parents or grandparents that filled with money. So they will be super happy when they get the red envelopes, and they can have endless snacks. They don't go to school. The children love Chinese New Year. And on the New Year's Day and after, people will put on new clothes to visit friends, relatives, to get together and have fun. Okay, so among all the decorations, the most popular one would be the couplets and the fu, the fortune. You can buy it from the from the market. You can buy it from the market in Chinatown, or you can write it on your own, or you can have a friend who is a calligrapher, and they will write you such couplets and fu. So on this screen, this is what I wrote. The couplet on the right-hand side is customized by my friend, so I put it here. It's called 惠陵郎苑九重上，占取春风第一枝, which is written in running script. Usually the first line is on the right hand and the second line is on the left hand, and to put on the two sides of a door. And the left side here, as you can see, there are 6 kinds of fortune fu here. I wrote 6 versions of them. Fu means fortune, good luck, and like great blessings. It contains all the auspicious meaning in this one word. So Chinese people love it and put it in red paper. Red also means good things. Quiz time. Can you take a guess of what script I'm writing in these 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you take a guess? Now you can think about it in mind, so I will review the answer.
第3个是行书吗？
This one? 这
对啊，
个，这个是行书，是的。Can you recognize any other?
我看你看
看一看。
啊，第1个是楷书吗？
第一个其实是隶书。
哦，
It's
是隶书。
clerical. And can you find seal script? Which one is seal?
Down here.
第六
Yeah, that's right. This one is this one is 篆书, sorry, seal script. So 隶书, the first one 隶书, second one 楷书, 行书, 楷书, 篆书. That's all 5, all 6, and we can still explore more. There are many kinds of fu we can write, like in this kind of square shape red paper that put on the door or window or everywhere you want to decorate.
Can you
Okay.
say that in English, the different scripts in English, please?
Sure, of course. The first
谢谢。
one, the first one is the clerical script, regular script, running script, regular script, and seal script. So we just missed the cursive, right? We didn't write cursive.
谢谢老师。
不客气。好的. Okay, let's continue. So to our writing part. So today I picked 2 examples from the Asian master, which one is from Zhao Mengfu in Yuan Dynasty. He wrote this seal script. And I picked Yan Zhenqing, who is in Tang Dynasty. He wrote in this Fu in regular script, 篆书 and 楷书. Okay, so let's give it a try, and I will guide you to how to write it out. So I will stop sharing here and switch my camera. 1 second. You can prepare your tools, and I'll see you in a bit. All right. Okay. You can have a brush pen ready. Let's do it one by one. You can see from the screen. I have a large container of ink. So recently I've written a lot of couplets and fu. So I use a lot of ink. So I use a large container. You can use your ink dish and wet your brush pen here and soak it with ink and remove extra ink. Like I said last time, last launch and learn session, we've mentioned how to use and how to initialize your new pen and your secondhand pen, how to use the brush. And second, let's see the finger positions again here. So let me switch camera. Please do it with me. First, 3 fingers to grab the pen, the body, and then the last 2 will support the body of behind, and put your wrist down is a key, like this. Very nice, Xiaoan, you did great. Yes, Elizabeth, I can see you. Yes, very nice, good. Okay, and the distance, I would recommend to write like 1/3 of your whole brush pen. You will have a better control as a whole, and it depending on the size. I would like to mention that because today we're gonna write in the size of palm, but in this size you see the screen, the full behind me, that a larger size. I will show you like larger palm. So in this one, I would stand up, I write it with my whole arm. So today my demonstration will only be a smaller size, and you can do it naturally with your two elbows on the table. Yeah, 2 elbows on the table and sit straight. That would be good for today's practice. Okay, so I'll switch here. Okay. The first, we're gonna try the seal script. We will start from the basic stroke, the horizontal line first. Let me show you what a horizontal line, how to write out a horizontal line in seal script. The hen. So the technique would be you make a round shape in the start, then move and drag your pen to the right and keep it steady and make a round shape at the end too. So the trick would be no ups and downs, no ups and downs, just drag it without lifting or pressing down. That's the technique. I will do it again. Do it slowly. Like I said, no swiping in calligraphy writing. Not like this. Do not use your speed. Only when you do running or cursive, will use like these strokes, use brush pen like this. But in clerical, in seal, and in regular, do it slowly and control your brush pen instead of looking for something randomly shaped like in this style. I will do a vertical line here. Drag the pen steady. I'll do again. You are allowed to breathe, actually. Usually, first time writing seal script, people hold your breath, and you don't want to influence the straightness of the stroke. You are allowed to breathe. Okay, all right. Let's see. Let's try the box here. So the box in the seal, it does not have very strict angle like kaishu or clerical. It has round turn. So let's see. Round turn here. Take a turn, smooth and round. And go here to make connections. So after you make a connection, people can tell, cannot tell where you make the continuous stroke. Do you know what I mean? So if I do it here, I can stop anywhere, but just pay attention. When you connect, it's hard to find where you connect. Yeah, that needs practice. I know. Okay. All right, let's continue to the whole structure because we're gonna write the regular script later on. So let's just continue to the whole character. As I said, it's a vertical rectangular. So I will have less space on the top and down, not like regular. You can see me writing it first. And then practice. Keep the same stroke thickness. Not only inside of each stroke, but also the same as other strokes inside of one character. All right. Oh, sorry. Is it all included here? Okay. So one thing is to keep steady for every stroke, like I said. The second thing I want to mention is to there's no going back. For example, if I wrote it something like this, it's not allowed to do it one more time, second time, third time. It's not allowed. So only one stroke, but you need practice. So I understand that first time trying, you'll be there shaking or thickness changing. It's all normal mistakes. You just keep practicing will make it look better and better. So it's all about control. Like I said, you will need to manipulate the brush pen as you want, as you wish. So that's the point of practicing calligraphy. Everyone cannot do it the first time as perfect. So only through practice. Practice makes perfect. All right. So a little bit about the seal. You can have a try and maybe afterwards to write out the whole character. But today we're gonna still move on for the regular, which you were gonna be more familiar. Let's practice some basic stroke first as well. In regular, the script, the strokes would need some techniques called lift up and pressing down. I'll show you here. For example, the stroke here is the horizontal line. We'll need to press down and drag and have a turn back. As you can see, instead of just dragging, there's some start shape and ending shape, particularly in regular. Let's do other strokes. The first one is a dot, which is more tilting to the right side instead of a dot like this. So it's different direction. The dots are in different direction. This one and this one. But in this example, we're gonna write in this direction. Ending shape is using your tip, almost the same as this one. I'll do it again. Press down and go back. That's a dot. And horizontal line again, which tilt into the upright, look forward, and then connect it with up here. Actually, it's one stroke, 横撇. It can be separated in the turning here. And then the vertical line. So the vertical line is covered by the previous stroke, so there's no start. We need to pay attention, just the ending part. Ending part will be like this. Press down in this direction and go up. So it has the shape like this by writing it naturally. I'll do it again. When you want to end, you press down with the tab, go up. 回笔, 回锋, make a reverse to make a round turn like this. You will create shape and hold your strength, everything inside of the stroke instead of go somewhere sharp. So it's a different ending. Okay. Another thing we're gonna practice is the turn here. The turn here. And you can see the thickness changes. Right? This is very thin and this is very thick. Thin. Press down harder. Make a turn. Then it goes thick. So typically, if you want to go thinner, you lift up a little bit. If you want to go thicker, you press down harder. That's the trick. All right, so I will do the whole character once, and you can observe first. Cool. All right. So there's a complete character writing. I will point something out to help you with the structure. For example, the left side is the radical, which takes shorter, the smaller section of the whole character, but while the right part takes more. Right? You see, it's not the same size. The second, on the right part, there are 1, 2, 3, 1 line, 2 boxes inside of the right part. But please see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The space here are even, but they are all tilting to the up. They go upward when you do the right, when you do the horizontal line. You see, this line is a straight line, right? This line is straight, but this is tilting upward, 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 upward. So that when you do the regular, they have some kind of curveness or the angle or different difference from the seal. Seal is all straight, straightforward, straight, 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 and the vertical is straight. Yeah, that's all straight, or only without curves. When the stroke without curves, they are straight, as easy as straight. But in the regular, their angle, or they are not straight enough. That's the first thing you want to pay attention to. And also the space, like I point out here. That's another thing about the box here. You can see the difference of these 2 boxes. The box here, these verticals also have an angle pointing to this side direction. Instead of, if you see it in a computer font, right? This is computer font. They are just squared box. This is not calligraphy writing. If you find an example of a computer font, so this is not the correct shape. The shape of regular would be like this, and with the vertical or the horizontal line tilting upward, that would be the correct shape. You see a difference here? Yeah, that would be wrong. All right, and let's see the last box here. The vertical line is centerpiece, the center line. All right. Did anyone say something? Okay, I'll continue. You can leave any comments, or you wanna ask any questions, you can put on the comment books. Last 5 minutes, I will pick some questions there. And let's continue on the right side. There's a center line here, as you can see. So this part is somehow like asymmetrical, right? The line is divided by 2, right? Divided by 2, divided by 2. There, the line, in last box, the vertical line just across the center line. So you will find the right spot for the vertical line. And pay attention to the small stroke here. There's space here, so not connecting to the right side. Again, can compare with the computer font. It's all connected and squared in a computer font. So actually writing won't do this, right? Because in my teaching, some students always find the wrong example, like a computer font. They think it's a Chinese character. They will just learn after the computer font. So I won't recommend that, because the actual naturally writing will look very different from a computer font. So never learn from the font. All right, so the characteristics and what you will need to present when writing it out here. You can have a try. A lot of details, right? Detail matters. Detail matters great in writing Chinese calligraphy, and each script has different details that you will need to pay attention to. And second thing I want to say that you are allowed to make mistakes. It's completely normal. So don't be shy showing your mistakes. I always tell my students that you expose more mistakes, you're gonna correct them more effectively. So if you see you're not satisfied with your writing, you just do it again to correct what you see different. Practice makes perfect. You always remember that. And slow down. Slow down. No swiping, like I said. Be patient. It's all about control. Okay. Do you have any, like, if you write a complete character of Fu in no matter in seal or regular, you can just show me on the screen. I can take a look if you have any questions. I see from Eric. Oh, that's a very good Fu. The one on the left side. Yes, the first line. The first line of the Fu is very nice. And I can tell the right one is the seal script. Very nice. But I would suggest you make it longer. Like I said, this a vertical rectangular. Very nice. Let's see, Elizabeth. Yeah, nice. That's seal, right? I see you have very good shape of the start and ending, the round shape, very nice. I also suggest to narrow the space between the left side, right side, the narrow space here, and make it longer. Yeah, very good try. Xiaoan, oh, you did very good. The regular script, very nice. That's good. That's perfect. You can just cut it out. That's
好，谢
perfect.
谢。
Kristen, I see here. Oh, nice turning. I see when you do the turning here, there's an angular shape here. Very nice. The seal. Okay, great. You're all doing great on the shape of single stroke. On the whole structure, like I said, it's a vertical rectangular. To make it longer would make it look more like seal script. Very nice. Very nice. So glad to see all these tryouts. Let me see. Let me see the question here. Sarah should be upside down, correct? I don't quite understand the question. Should be upside
福
down.
字，福字倒着贴。
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's a traditional, like, hobby or a habit. It's we when we do the fu, it's more common when we do it just regularly. If you do it upside down, it has special meaning in Chinese. 福到了, it means it comes, the fortune comes in. So when every time you open the door, you will see the fortune will come in with you. So we say 福到了. 到了 means come. So that's like 谐音, the same pronunciation of the meaning. You can try that. But both ways are fine. Okay. Catherine, thank you so much. I'll be going to China in the summers. As I got my visas, I really want to improve. Great. yeah, you can continue in our lunch and learn session to have more like knowledge about the culture stuff. Leslie, next time I will have supplies. Just watching now. Yeah, great. And first, you can check out the previous the YouTube channel that I recommended some tips about choosing the tools, the supplies. Is orchid brush okay? Orchid brush means lan花笔吗? Is do you have like any specific explanation of the orchid brush? Vanessa?
Oh, hi, Lao Shi. I was just in my my Chinese brush painting class, and we used the orchid brush. So I was wondering if that's okay. I have a couple from that class, but I wonder if it's another kind of brush that you need for calligraphy.
Oh, okay, I understand. So for painting brush and calligraphy brush, they can be used in one. But if you do it specifically for artworks or specifically for a kind of painting or kind of script, you will need a higher standard tools. If just for practice, you can use both. Use one pen for both. All right.
Thank you.
Sure. Alan, please review 7-character couplet that Miss Su just introduced also. The 7-character couplet, I will have that page of the couplet and 6 fools together. Later after I will send it to Lin Lao Shi, and Lin Lao Shi, would you please attach it in the follow-up email so that everyone can see it see the picture.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, Vanessa answer that. Does it matter which direction you make starting and ending circles? Kristen, okay, I will show you here. Okay, the direction you making the circle does not, you can do it freely, but I would suggest using this side, because it's not intuitive if you go upward. Usually it's covered or it's just overlap, right? The turning will be just a little bit overlap of what you do the reverse turn. So it's not technically a round drawing around. So if you see something here like this, it means you are using a wrong technique. The technique, the true nature of the technique is writing with the reverse turn. That's what's the starting about. The ending would just make a circle around like this, or still it's more intuitive or more direct if you go like this. If you go like this, I would not, it's not very like naturally written out. If you can write in this way, but also create a shape, I think it's okay.
Thank you. What about the vertical line?
The vertical line is same logic. So usually what I do here is to make a turn like this. And make a turn like this. So I will do it like this and like this. That's why.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. All right. Lastly, can you recommend tools needed to start calligraphy, please? So I've already introduced a lot of details about tools recommendation and how to start. So you can check out the video in last session in YouTube. You'll find the answer. Yeah, I think that will be all. 林老师。
后面还有一个问题。
Let me see. A Sherman, is there a sand stroke order for seal script characters for instance call on the right? Okay, that's a good question. Okay, I'll quickly answer that. Stroke order there's no specific stroke order for CO and clerical because at that time there's no such references or books or comments that's related to strict orders. There are a lot of books or Asian people comments critics about how to write out the character beautifully, but nothing mentioned about the order. So on that understanding, we can do the character without specific order. However, the regular cursive and running, there are some conventions that only by doing from up to down, from left to side, there are certain rules inside of it to represent to write out the character more scientifically, more naturally. So that's the logic of thinking about the stroke order. So I would say the stroke, CO script, no stroke order, but regular, running, and cursive, we do have stroke order. Hope that helps understand your question.
Yeah, thank you, Ashik. If I could, would it ever make sense to, in the I guess the call, on the right side of the radical, to go down and do an entire semicircle all the way up? Or you typically do it the way that you had drawn, which is basically one semicircle and the other semicircle going the other way?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So you can do like this side a little bit first, or you can do it round, make a round to make connection. I do it only because I think it's more natural, or to avoid discovering the word to connect two strokes. So that's why I stopped here, or stopped here. That's the logic.
Thank you.
Sure. Honey, thank you so much. Great class. Thank you. If you have time, can you show how to write the first stroke of Fu? The first stroke of Fu. Okay. Yeah, I will take that as the last question.
Thank you.
Time. So it's basically a dot. However, it's pointing to the right side. I do it again. Make it longer as this one. So the ending shape shares the same technique of a vertical line. Oh, sorry, horizontal line. But the start, you just pressing down gradually like this. And you can change the direction going upward, more look like this one, right? It's all controllable to which direction you want to go. All right, pretty much for today.
Thank you.
谢谢，祝大家一个美
Wonderful.
谢谢。
Wonderful. 谢谢。
you.
新年快乐。
Great class.
新年快
Thank you.
乐，苏老师，
谢
把你的 camera 打开，照到你自己。
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you everyone. Thank you for coming.
谢谢大家，谢谢。
谢谢。
OK， 再见。
Thank
So see you
you.
next time， 下次见，春节
Have a
快
And
乐
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. 拜拜。
拜拜，谢谢苏老师。
谢谢林老师。
Yeah, 谢谢苏老师。I learned something new today. Many things new. 那个 stroke order， 还有这些还有包括大篆小篆的区别。我今天是听您讲座第一次听到这个小篆是统一之后的。
So if you still have some questions, we can stay here a few minutes more. So just open your mic.
Yeah, Charlene, can you just open your mic? You're muted.
I missed the first class. Is there a way I could get a copy of it sent to me?
Yeah, I can send to you the first class, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Also, a suggestion of brush. I know she sent it in the mail. I ordered it but it hasn't come yet. The calligraphy brushes. Now they seem pretty small. Is that okay? Or is there really, which one do you really use?
I use a lot of different size of brush pens. I can show you here.
All right.
Because it depends on the character you are gonna write. Usually the rule or the tip is you use the half. You use half of the whole length of hair. If you go press too harder, it means it is small. It's smaller for your character size. Usually we only use the tip or no more than half of the whole length of the hair. That would be the tip.
Very good. Thank you.
Of course.
谢谢。
不客
OK，
气。
好，谢谢大家，然后谢谢苏老师。So that's all for today. Yeah.
All right. Bye bye.
Yeah.
谢谢。